you and I had a situation where we love a man that may not be the right person for us.
So if you need my to air to make you more relevant, good for you.
It looks like this week the focus is going to shift off Heather for a bit and the heat is back on Jen. Let's recap the Real Housewives of Orange County. We pick up the episode with that awkward dinner in Mexico. It's so awkward because Heather has a bunch of gifts for the ladies who were just unpacking why they were mad at her. They think she's hypocritical and really make it about themselves. They feel slighted because they feel Heather should have shared the news about her selling her house. I don't get why they are skipping over the fact that Heather and Terry signed an NDA and couldn't share the information. Heather basically comes to the conclusion that the women just don't like her. I kind of think that's true. I'm starting to think that they just tolerate her. We also find out that Tamra went digging for information on Jen and Ryan from a mutual acquaintance at her gym after Jen and Ryan got back together. Tamra says it's under the guise of wanting to protect Jen, but then she also says that she feels Jen is lying about knowing about Ryan's cheating behavior. How many times do we have to rehash this? Tamra, just because you think Jen is lying doesn't mean she is. Just because she handles things in her relationship differently than you doesn't mean you need to go after her about it. Either ignore it or don't be friends with her if it bothers you that much. Okay, what was with Tamra trying to knock Jen down a peg by saying she wears a bunch of fake labels?
As long as it's not like Jen's purse today. The fake Chanel. The Fennel, the Fundy, and the Fucci she wears.
On The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City this week, we learned how much the labels can affect the housewives when Monica said she went and bought a Louis Vuitton bag just so she could wear something nice in front of the other housewives. My question is, why does Tamra care? If my friend was wearing a bunch of fake labels while on TV, I wouldn't be ratting them out. I tell you, Tamra is a friend to no one. Okay, more time in Mexico and the ladies do some adventuring. They go ATVing. Emily gets a nosebleed and the wind knocked out of her jumping into the cenote, and Gina conquers her fear of water. Later on that night, Vicki shows up and Shannon loses her mind. It was a lot. The Tres Amigas have reunited in Mexico and they all wear pink. While I don't mind Vicki and I think she's great TV, I feel like this Tres Amigas thing is a little overdone. It was cute a few seasons ago, but trying to revive it in the way that they are, it's really forcing it. I'm just not feeling it. The friendship isn't terrible, but I'm just not into the nostalgia. Am I alone in this? Or are you guys feeling the Tres Amigas thing? The ladies play truth or dare. When it comes to Vicki, she picks truth and proceeds to tell Jen that they are both similar because she was in her position when she was with a man who wasn't right for her. She didn't trust her gut and she didn't want to see it, and that's her truth.
With you.
I think you and I had a situation where we love a man that may not be the right person for us. And you know it in your gut.
Wait, what? Vicki doesn't know Jen, but only knows what skewed information Tamra has fed to her. She didn't even know Ryan's name.
With Ryan?
Ryan who?
She goes, Ryan who? Oh, that's the man you're talking about.
Wow, the audacity. But that's just typical of Vicki Gunvalson, isn't it? Shannon has a mini meltdown moment about being in the printed bathing suit that Tamra brought for everyone with the cartoons, with the abs and the chest hair. Emily seems to think that her insecurities stem from John criticizing her body, which has made her more self-conscious. If that's the case, it's really awful that Shannon would want to stay with someone who actually makes her feel bad, all to say that she's in a relationship. Shannon would probably deny that John has ever made comments or criticized her weight. I wonder if Vicki has ever given her the trust your gut warning. After their water aerobics, the ladies are having a meal, and Gina asks Jen if she doesn't have a problem with people continuing to bring up Ryan and their relationship. This seems to open the door for the ladies to criticize Jen for not reacting when they bring up negative things about Ryan. This is where we finally see Jen start to stand up for herself a little bit. It's about time. She confronts Tamra about contacting the woman Ryan slept with when they were on a break and asking her for dirt.
She said you reached out and said, send me everything.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
So if you need my...
Of course, Tamra just flat out denies it, but I wouldn't put it past her to do that. In fact, I completely believe it. Tamra says that Ryan was actually sleeping with the woman for a year while he was with Jen. Jen says she knew all about it and she has moved past it because she loves Ryan. The sad thing is, she says that it's easier to show no emotion about it. Oh, Jen. Oh, why do they want to continuously bring up all this pain for her? These ladies, especially Tamra, are looking for a reaction from her. And they're going about it in such an awful way. Tamra says that she thought she and Jen were over this and they had moved on. How can you move on if you keep bringing it up, Tamra? Basically, she doesn't like Jen with Ryan and she says she can't hold back. Again, if you don't like your friend's life choices, you have to decide if you want to stop being their friend or are you going to be their friend despite their life choices. Everyone is just mortified that this conversation keeps going on, and it really feels like Tamra is just bullying Jen's feelings at this point. To keep an orange.
Need my to air to make you more relevant. Good for you.
Next week, it looks like we're getting more explosive conversations, and Heather says she's done with the show. This will probably fuel the rumors about her jumping over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's it for this week's recap. Be sure to comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch up next week. Bye.